Let's go back to our managing editor, Srinivasan Jain. He is at the Shivaji Park crematorium, where the last rites are being performed on Hemant Karkare. Srinivasan.
Well, Vishnu, as you can see from those images, we've just begun to hear the police band strike up those familiar songs of patriotism that are, the hallmarks of these sorts of occasions, and a very and hushed crowd gathered around last remains of Hemant Karkare, his wife, his son, and daughter-in-law, and other family members, and all of this, of course, unfolding in of a terrorist encounter. Really an odd mix of incidents there. All these officers who've been actively involved in monitoring and in fact even combating terrorists at those various locations over the past 8 hours or 50 hours, and not really with any great scope to mourn the loss of their colleagues, waiting for that moment today, a small lull, taking a break from those operations and unanswered questions that still remain, to actually come here and to close to work. And I think I was speaking to the agent about Hemant Karkare, and he was saying, in fact, on the evening when Hemant Karkare was actually shot down, he had actually met Hemant Karkare just a short while ago. He was having a meeting with him to discuss ramifications of the Malik bus. And they had this meeting and they were just returning to their offices when they first heard news of the terrorist attack. And they immediately, at that stage, they didn't know what it was. And they both set off. The DG returned to his office. Hemant Karkare went, rounded up his 2 other colleagues, Vijay Salaskar, and the ACP of that area, Kamte, and they got into Qualis, and they set off to take on those terrorists, and the rest, of course, we know, Vishnu.
Srinivasan, we are seeing this very moving footage of so many people coming out to pay their respects to Hemant Karkare, people across political parties, police forces, friends. Tell us a little bit more about what we are seeing on our screens.
We're seeing Vishnu is a police force in a city that's not to mourn and also pay respect to somebody who's died in the line of fire. We're seeing chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai and chants of Hemant Karkare along with the backdrop of the police band playing its tunes. A great hush has now fallen over the gathering as they actually begin of lighting the funeral pyre. I was pointing out earlier that the gathering that you're seeing there on your screens is a combination of both senior ITS officers, both past and present, including DGP of Maharashtra, including the head of the crime branch, Rakesh Maurya, the Mumbai Police Commissioner, Hassan Ghafoor, several most anyone who covers the case of crime in Mumbai, like Devi Bharti and so many others, have also a smattering of politicians who come here from the state government. I can see those like the Millen, the MP from South Bombay, just one of the many political figures who come here to pay their respect. There are also, Vishnu, it's interesting to they have to try and in some way seek some kind of a Hemant Karkare and the other officers who died. And Vijay Salaskar, there are posters, and the other 2 officers lining the streets as we drive towards especially in the other Shivaji Park area, put up by various political parties. Not entirely surprising, given that similar attempts were made even after the death of Inspector Sharma in Delhi, who died in the bus encounter. There was a rush in some ways to recognize his heroism. Well, in the case of Hemant Karkare, it's been complicated by the fact that the BJP and the Shiv Sena, who are normally the first to praise and valorize the security forces, were actually the ones who would condemn him. And it put them in a somewhat of an embarrassing position when he died fighting terrorists. And we actually have heard that Narendra Modi tried to visit Hemant Karkare's family and offer them a reward amount which his wife has refused. So in some ways their own quiet way of signaling the kind of anguish and hurt that was caused to them by attempting to create a sense of divisiveness within the police force in an attempt to sort of communalize that entire investigation.
All right, Srinivasan, we'll come back to you in a little while from now. We'll stay with these pictures for a few more minutes. Let's perhaps take a moment, be silent for a few moments as we reflect on these pictures of the last rites of Hemant Karkare.
साइड में हो जाए यार राइट से हेलो मोबाइल मोबाइल नहीं नहीं नहीं